This is the one and only TQuest. You're tuned into TQuest, and I'm about to be interviewed on Slapp Radio out of Hawaii. I'm about to call in right now because I am their special guest, and I just wanted to share this moment with you all. You know, I'm always interviewing people, but I love to be interviewed. So I'm like, it's only right for me to share this moment with my peoples. All right. So we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna do some things, and I just want you guys to enjoy yourselves. Sounds good? Sounds good to me. Let's get it. So I'm gonna call in right now. Make sure you guys can hear me out there. You know what I'm saying? Make sure we're good on the mic. Everything good? All right. So let's get this thing. Let's get this thing. Calling in right now. Okay. Here we go. If you guys can hear me out there, drop a comment. So I want to make sure you guys can hear me clearly.
For the support of college radio, located on Wyndham Avenue just off of Blue Avenue.
This is she.
All right. Cool. And chicken. All right, thank you very much for calling in. I'm just going to go ahead and play after this records, then we go to Friday.
All right, sounds good.
All right, cool. Do you have a business or an organization that you would like to raise awareness for? KTUH Underwriting is a way for your organization.
Okay, so you guys heard it. Right now they're about to do like a commercial break. And then they're gonna bring it back to me. Thank you so much, Ron. You know, I worked very hard and do a lot for my team or anything that I'm connected to. So I'm glad that they noticed my hard work. And shout out to all the people that actually voted for me to make Lady of the Year for the Worldwide Fleet DJs. This is radio, so we're gonna do this radio style. You guys just listen. Here we go.
No TQuest.
I can hear you.
You probably hear me better like this, huh?
Hey.
Okay, so I'm just gonna give a little intro, and then we're just gonna talk story just a little bit, and then yeah, we should be good to go.
All right, I'm here.
All right. Anything else anything you wanted to talk about in particular, or we just roll with it?
You can just roll with it. I have a lot of layers.
All right, let's do it. And hey, it's an honor to talk to you.
Oh, same here. Shout out to DJ El Nino for tuning in. Shout out to DJ Grants for tuning in. Okay, Florida, we see y'all. We see y'all. Like real talk, I love being on this side of interviews. I can't front. Shout out to DJ Cyclops on the check-in as well from Texas. Shout out to my Fleet fans, especially the ones that truly rock with me. I love you guys so much. But like for real, I love being a personality, but I love being on this side. I love being interviewed. It makes me so happy. Shout out to Dave Hernandez. All the radio people are tuned in right now. I think you guys are my only friends, DJs and radio personalities. And Dave, we got to talk soon. I got some people for you I think you'll love to interview.
To piece here on KTUH 9.1 FM Honolulu. That's radio for the people, and that's the sight and sound of the Pacific. I'm your host, James Westwood. We got DJ Drama on the ones and twos, and as promised, we have a Connecticut native. She is a singer-songwriter and hip-hop artist. She is a voiceover specialist, a radio personality, and she's a journalist and a writer for a couple of magazines. She's also the head of Fleet R&B Division. Ladies and gentlemen, TQuest.
Hi.
Welcome to the show. Now, hey, you've known early on that you wanted to be an entertainer.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I mean, tell us about that. You were singing. Your family, you brought up in a household where there was music around.
Well, to be honest, like a lot of Black culture, you grow up when your mom playing R&B or gospel every day. But I was one of those quiet children that just gravitated to music, and I'm like, this is where my happiness is. So I just started writing, and like a lot of artists started singing in the church, and I knew that music was my go-to every time I felt like I needed to express myself.
Nice. And so you wanted to express. So how did you get into the studio process of recording once you knew that you wanted to be an entertainer?
Well, the first time I got into the studio was back when I was just about to turn 18. And at that moment, I was randomly doing hip hop gospel at the church. And the pianist was like, yo, that beat was dope. Is that your beat? I'm like, no. He was like, do you record? I'm like, I want to. He's like, I have a studio. And I'm like, okay. He's like, you want to record? I said, yes. And I just went from there. And next thing I know, I saw a flyer. I called it. I'm like, I'm not old enough, but can I perform? You have music? Yes, I do. And it's been nonstop ever since.
Amazing. Okay, so that's why you have them soul keys inside of your lyrics and inside of the tones of your voice. So that just explains a lot of it. Now, from there, how did you get the name TQuest?
To be honest, like a lot of the artists that I connect with, it just randomly came to me. I was watching some random station, some random show was going a commercial, and I saw a clear question mark. And I stared at it for a second. I was like, TQuest. TQuest is going to be my name. At the time, I didn't know what it meant. But over the years, I realized the reason why it came to me because I had to find the reason behind it. And I realized it was supposed to mean Tara's journey. And it's definitely been an interesting one.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So you're also a writer for multiple publications. How did you get into the writing process?
Well, like I said, I've always been a writer and I always want to be in the entertainment and music industry in all aspects, not just the music, but the DJ and comedy and fashion and journalism is a part of it as well. And, I love to write. I have a couple of books coming out in the near future, but me being a part of the Worldwide Fleet DJs, we have publications connected to it. And I knew they were looking for writers and I knew I was a great one. And I have a story that needs to be told. I like to tell things from my perspective because it's not your average. It's more on the middle ground to help people look at things from a positive perspective. And I know that when I write it, they'll just have the chance to read it. They can respond or not, but it just helps the people. And I started writing for one publication, and then the next one saw my work and they wanted me to work for them. And then another one came, and soon coming, I'll have my own magazine.
That's amazing. We're definitely looking forward to that. Now, you were at the Fleet DJ conference.
That is correct. I go every year.
Nice. Tell me about that. What is it? What is it about? What do you do when you get there?
Okay, so the Fleet Conference is an annual music conference. So it's where all the tastemakers of the industry come together: DJs, artists, producers, models, photographers. And, they have a panel where you can learn a lot about the music industry and into radio and stuff. And then they have performances and DJ Cafe and Producer Cafe. Me personally, I love to take advantage of every opportunity that I'm a part of. So this particular year, I was a part of something every day. I made sure I was a part of the karaoke night where I rapped Little Kim and sung Alicia Keys with Eve along with my sister Winnie Escapes. The second day, I represented the R&B division during the power panel to meet the fleet because I am the manager alongside DJ Il Nino. And then the third day, I actually was a part of the producer cafe, for the producers on my team. We got together and showcased some of our beats. And then as an entertainer, I was a part of the Two Fly division, which is the all female division. And I went up there and did a dope set with DJ El Nino.
Wow, you busy. You stay busy. You all over the place with everything. You got your hands in everything. I'm interested. What is the music scene like there in Connecticut?
Well, to be honest, the music scene in Connecticut, from what I know of before COVID, was interesting. It was a lot of gifted people, but they wasn't soaring the way that they should. Just being honest, I feel like they were very gifted, but they're waiting for people to seek them out instead of them seeking the people out. It's like, but me personally, I still did what I had to do. I performed about 2, 3 times a week ever since I started, since I was 18, even working full-time jobs. I was performing every night, to the point that when I started going to shows, they were like, "What up, TQuest?" Because I made sure everyone recognized who I was and who I am. Right now, I'm currently residing in Indiana in the Midwest. So, of course, with the pandemic, the climate of music have changed, but now I just do more things virtually. Virtual hosting, virtual performances, and people just enjoy my music, and this is how I'm connecting to the people.
Absolutely, because you have radio shows, you have podcasts, and by the way, the views and opinions may not necessarily be those of KTUH licensees, management staff, but yes, you have podcasts, you have a radio show, and tell us about that.
Okay, so right now, currently, I do the TQuest show, relatable, informative, yet entertaining. And that show, I love having like guests and stuff up there. What I'm hearing from the people is like my show is a mix between radio as well as talk show. They keep saying I'm like the next Wendy or the Oprah, which is definitely a high compliment. But I just really dig deep into my guests, whether they're independent artists, mainstream, celebrity chefs, authors, photographers. I just want to get their silent cry behind their grind. If they're a music artist, the music going to sell itself, but I want to know you, especially something about me being an entrepreneur. Everything we do behind the scenes is not as easy as it may look to the social media eyes, so I'm like, let me know what you really go through and what really inspired you to get to where you are today, and how can I help you get to the next level. That's why I created TQuestGLM, because with my business is there to help people elevate, increase within themselves as well as in their businesses.
Absolutely. And so do you have any advice for entrepreneurs?
I do. If you really have a true passion for this, you got this. And if you get discouraged, you're human. You have the right to be discouraged. It's kind of like what they say about the bread aisle. There's multiple loaves of bread, but guess what? They all have their own businesses. They may be selling the same product, but they're all getting paid and they're all happy. There's okay with other people being in your field and in your profession. As long as you focus on you and your ultimate goals, you'll be fine. And it's okay to have bumps in the road. Like I said, you're human. It's going to happen. But if you really want to do this, you have to realize life is not perfect. So your business is not going to be perfect. You're going to have ups and downs. But one thing you can't do is give up.
Absolutely. That's some great advice, something that I'm going to take as well. What can we expect from you in the future?
I'm going to continue doing everything I'm doing. Absolutely. I'm going to continue doing everything I'm doing now, just taking it to the next level. Even as a voiceover specialist, I love using my voice for different things like DJ drops, radio commercials, but I want to take it to the next level, doing like real syndicated commercials and cartoons and more audio books as entertainer. I want to put up some great projects for the listeners out there, especially now that I'm in a different climate as an artist, as I grow older into different woman I am today as an entrepreneur. I still want to be out there to help people with like my graphic design business, my clothing line to clothe the people, my cosmetic line. Like I said, some books in the future. Just take the TQuestGLM LLC whole business to the next level and be here to help people as much as I can.
Well, we're looking forward to hearing and seeing all of your fruits come into fruition. How can we follow your journey?
You can follow me on all social media platforms at TQuestGLM. You can download your TQuest mobile app in your Google Play Store and your App Store, or you can just check out my website, GottaLoveMeWorld.com, where everything is up there as well. But you definitely can just Google TQuestGLM and all my information will pop up there.
Excellent. Thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate you. Thank you very much. Once again, I'm your host, James Westbrook. You tune in to Slapp Radio. That's Slapp with 2 P's, the site in Sound of the Pacific. I want to thank TQuest for calling in, and much love and respect. Looking forward to more. Right now, we're about to get back into the mix with DJ Drama here on Slapp Radio, KTUH 9.1 FM Honolulu. That's radio for the people. TQuest, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
We really appreciate you. I'm looking forward to talking to you more.
Absolutely. I'm always here. My phone line is always open.
Right on. Okay, well, shoot, we'll keep in touch then for sure. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you. Okay, so right now they're playing my other song, right? But let me explain to you guys a little something, right? When as a radio personality, I know that different people in their platforms all are have a different format, and since I know there's multiple ladies being interviewed tonight, me alongside Little Bay and Tiffany J of 646 Entertainment. So I know that the window is shorter than it would be if someone was on my show and it's catered to just them. So what I try to do, and I've trained myself, is to give them as much content as I can give them in a short amount of time without, how can I put this? Without trying my best not to leave anything out. As I elevate and grow and increase, there's so many more things that I add to my accolades and to my professions that it's getting harder to talk about everything, especially in such a small window. But I do try my best to get it all in as much as I can. I try to get it in in a way that it flows properly. They can receive the information properly, but at the same time, I don't want to come off as arrogant, or feel like I'm better than everybody. It's not. I've just been doing this for a very long time. Thank you so much for that. Thank you. I appreciate you guys tuning in and giving me these compliments, because this stuff is real to me. I love what I do, and I love for it to be recognized. I love for it to be respected. That's why I said I enjoy being a radio personality, but to be in the other seat when I'm able to tell my story and tell my grind and tell about all the things that I do, because it wasn't easy getting here. And I'm still not where I want to be, but I'm not going to stop. And I'm proud to have such a long list of accolades, because letting you know, no matter what life has tried to throw at me, I still made sure that I pushed through it all. So yes, I'm proud to say I'm an entertainer. I'm proud to say I'm a recording artist. I'm proud to say I'm a voiceover specialist, aka the voice goddess. I'm proud to say I'm a graphic designer, a journalist, a writer, a comedian, DJ in the making. I'm proud of everything that I do, because I worked hard and I've taken time to study each craft. And just like everybody else, I just want it to be recognized and I want it to be respected, because I work hard. Some people, they'll be shocked to see all the things I go through and what I experience behind the scenes that a lot of people don't know and they're not aware of. But at the end of the day, you still have to get it done, and that's what I do. So I would appreciate all you guys for tuning into my radio show. Oh well, my radio interview with Slap Radio out of Hawaii. And you guys know, if you guys ever need me, you know how to contact me. And if you're really a part of the TQuest brand and want it to expand, don't just say congratulations. Don't just say you're doing great. Do your part as a consumer and as a supporter, and literally support what I do in action. Okay, because the positive words only goes yet so far, but donations to say you work hard, here you go, or I'm going to buy this to support you, or I'm going to attend this to support you. The action and what matters the most. But now I got to go and support the other young ladies that are on the show, because I can't ask for support if I don't do it. I appreciate you guys all. And if you haven't already, make sure you follow me on all social media platforms at TQuestGLM. Download your TQuest mobile app in your Google Play Store and your App Store. And make sure you sign up for my mail list. Need any of my services, you guys know how to contact me. Once again, it's your girl TQuest. I had so much fun on Slap Radio today in Hawaii. And if you guys ever want to interview me so I can be on the other side and get a chance to experience what artists and other guests experience on my show, make sure you just let me know, because I here with a story that needs to be told, a story that's very touching that can really help a lot of people. Because at the end of the day, we got to be here for one another. For all the ones who take time out to actually listen to my show, support what I do. I genuinely love each and every one of you guys more than you can imagine. Until next time, it's your girl T.